Today we're going to look at a budget-friendly and small form factor alternative to an upright piano for the home studio. The Donner DDP 80 could very well be one of the most impressive budget keyboards I've ever played. Primarily a guitarist, I grew up around pianos my whole life, and from a very young age was introduced to them by my grandmother, who would write some of the most beautiful songs to sing and play on her upright, which was located in the living room of their country home. Now, when my parents were asked to house set while my grandparents were out of town, I always looked forward to being able to play Grandma's piano. I can still remember spending hours plucking away at those keys until I could eventually make something that sounded at least somewhat like a song to me. To me, this little piano feels a lot like Grandma's piano. It has a very realistic feel to it, so much so that if I close my eyes, I can barely even notice a difference. Now, this keyboard is a full 88 key alternative to a larger upright with great feeling weighted keys, and it's roughly about 50 inches wide by 14 inches deep by 29 inches tall and weighs about 50 pounds. However, the subtlety in the details is really what makes this piano special. The lower keys are weighted just a bit heavier than the higher keys for a surreal playing experience, and the sound that comes from the Donner designed sound source speakers is nothing short of amazing. In fact, I was informed by Donner that the sound is recreated from multiple layers of samples from a historic French grand piano. What's more is it has a 128 note polyphony for crystal clear detail and realism, and has every input imaginable needed for the home or even a commercial studio. Let's take a look at the various connections on the backside of the unit. The built-in headphone jack is a nice touch for late night sessions in the home or for allowing the beginner to practice without driving others crazy. Likewise, it has a 1/4 inch out for line level recording and a handy USB port for MIDI capabilities and or even PC or mobile device connection. The standard 1/4 inch sustain pedal input is located on the back panel as well. However, an included sustain pedal with MIDI connection is amazing for adding that extra little touch of realism. Likewise, there's a dedicated volume button located next to the power switch, and the power adapter itself is included in the box. I mean, don't you hate it when companies don't include the power adapter? Another nice add-on that's not included in the box, but is still great to have, is the matching bench that I'm currently setting on. Although it is a separate purchase, it is really a great addition to the whole setup. It has a plush velvet feel covering that is hinged to reveal storage space just below it, and has a pretty solid construction. Now, overall, I can say that for the price, you can't really get an upright alternative that's this good. And it's one of those things that honestly, you would have to try it out for yourself to actually understand just how good it is. All right, enough of the specs. Let's listen to some sound examples so that you can actually hear this thing in action. All right, folks. Well, I hope you found this brief overview and review of the Donner DDP-80 enlightening and or entertaining at the least. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Until next time, remember, we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more.